Alright, what is up, everyone? Good morning. I did do a little bit of pre-market analysis, so we can go over that. Should take my AirPods out. Guys, being consistent is hard, but I'm willing to do whatever it takes at this point. Because how bad do I want profitability? Really, really bad, right? Hello? And so I'm at the point where I'm literally making sure I do everything every day, and it's really hard. But that includes working full time for my dad right now. Like, I'm working full time, so I literally barely have time to even make these videos and live streams, but we're doing it anyway. And I don't know what's going on with the camera. But anyway, let's talk about what's going on. So, I very briefly outlined a model, and I assume the camera is just going to fix itself in just a second. I don't know what's going on with the camera. But I did outline a model that I think could be a possible candidate, because the most obvious thing that stands off the chart when you go onto the hourly, the most obvious thing that stands out to me is, I think it was it was the hourly, is you can see we have S&P sweeps out this low, which if you actually go look and see what kind of low this was a previous day's low, which means that's a sequential S&P, right? Sorry, I don't know what's going on with the camera. So we have S&P with previous day's low, and you can see NASDAQ makes a higher low. So that was the first thing I noticed when I hopped on the charts, is we have a nice bullish S&P, and as far as higher time frame goes, it maybe just needs the lights to turn on. I don't know what's going on. That might be it. I actually don't know why it's blurry. I think that fixed it. Okay. So like I was saying, we had this SMT, and the bullish SMT makes sense within the context of the higher time frame, because I still see this being a giant higher time frame buy model. I mean, just look at it, right? We come down, sweep out all these lows, and now we're expanding up. So the market is bullish. So I could see us just driving right through all-time highs. So with that in mind, this previous day's low SMT kind of makes sense. We had a 1 hour for value gap. And we also have a 5-minute change state delivery. And once again, you'll note, this is pretty cool, you'll note that we have, if you measure out the change state delivery, right? This is the obvious one right here. So here's the obvious change state delivery. If you measure out, so here's, let's redo this. If you measure out from body to body, once again, check this out. We tap OTE, right? This is something that I'm officially going to be very talkative about, because I've seen this happen too many times now for it to be random, right? Where you'll measure out what would normally be, the standard deviations, and you'll before you even get the change state delivery, you'll backtest this. And I've seen this happen so much now. So it's a little secret between us. Pretty crazy though. So what I'm thinking is this seems like low resistance liquidity. I need to get my trade of 8 pulled up. Just hang on a second. Just in case we get something. I want to be able to take it. But it does look like the market is consolidating right now. And yeah, we don't trade in consolidations. So and you know, there's always a chance we don't get a trade today. And that is part of being a disciplined trader. We just watch and see if we get anything, and then we execute. So our start time was 9:15, and we're gonna go till 11:10. So yeah, we do have this pretty nice accumulation range here. We have this change state delivery from this 1 hour gap. Once again, this is a previous day's low SMT. And we have an external sweep of this low. Internal sweep of this low. So I gotta log in. Hang on, I'm still working on it. So as far as draws and liquidity go, right? We have Asia high, which is probably also previous day's high. What? How is previous day's high right here? That doesn't make any sense. Oh, this would be high of day. That's what it would be. High of day. Hey, what's good? How do you say your name? Yitbrick. Sorry, I'm just kind of doing a little bit of outlining before we really watch the market, because still pre-market, it's still consolidating. I would never trade this, right? So we're just doing a little bit of pre-market watching and maybe getting some bias, but like going into the lower time frame here, it's like, yeah, we're gonna need to wait till market open at least, maybe even 10 a.m. We have this 5-minute BPR here. It's maybe something to watch. Five-minute BPR. You know, we could end up maybe getting SMT with this low, right? That's something to watch out for, because if we did, like, this would also be right by the change of state delivery as well. Okay, 5 minutes to market open, so we could expect some manipulation down to tap this. Let's see here. Let me make sure let me make sure I count how many accounts I have. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Okay, we're good. Sorry about the stream yesterday, guys, by the way. I accidentally forgot to switch it off of my other channel that I have for live streaming. And so, yeah, that was dumb. But anyway, I ended up going live later on and it worked out. But so yeah, I mean, here, this is obviously the accumulation. Right? So step 1, identify the accumulation. Check. Right? We've identified the accumulation. And this is nice because we are essentially, this is in line with our higher time frame idea. Here's the whole model mapped out so you can kind of see what I'm thinking. But I put this in like my private notes where we have SMT with previous day's low, 1 hour for value gap, 5-minute change in state of delivery. To me, this looks like inducement. And since higher time frame is bullish, I could see us expanding up to run this trend line here. But once again, take what I say with a grain of salt. I'm just trying to get better. But yeah, and we perfectly tapped OTE as well. Okay, wait. Something's going on in lower time frame. Okay, never mind. No, nothing important. Yeah. We still got 3 minutes. I'm really liking this this low resistance liquidity here. If we get something obvious going into market open, that'd be pretty cool, honestly. So the two things I'm going to always ask myself are, would I give this a post-trade approval? And is the market ready to run liquidity? If the answer to both of those questions is yes, then I'm good to enter trade. And this is exactly what I was saying could possibly happen, right? S&P doesn't make a lower low, but NASDAQ does. To be honest, this could be a turtle soup, you know? S&T and turtle soup. Right, you guys see the S&T where we have a low, a higher low, a low, and now possibly, or now a lower low. So on market open, it's very possible that we end up, maybe like we wick the CISD and then we inverse these on market open, right? So we have 1 minute. we get this 30-second and it makes sense. If it doesn't close too high. It closed a little too high for me. Always better to be safe than sorry, guys. So, see? You can see how that wasn't actually that good of a trade. And once again, would I give this post-trade approval? Maybe if it closed a little lower, but since we didn't close lower, and also, I don't know, it could be more obvious, and so I was patient. I didn't do anything. And yeah. So and it's hard because, you know, you have to make decisions in such a short amount of time. It's like you always feel like easier said than done, right? But I trade inverse for value gaps. I also trade flow state, so market maker models. So like change of state delivery, but either one. But I trade liquidity, right? I trade highs and lows. So what I mean is like the actual inverse for value gap or change of state delivery, that's just the entry, but it needs to make sense given the actual liquidity or highs and lows. Alright, there we go. We just tapped 5-minute change state delivery. I like this. 5-minute VPR. We have SMT at these lows as well. We tap the change state delivery. 5-minute VPR, SMT with this so we got stacked SMTs, right? SMT and then lower time frame SMT. Okay, I'm taking this. This is good. I will not regret this.
Order filled. Stop
I
filled.
just got stopped out. I shouldn't have taken it, dude. Ugh. Shouldn't have taken it. That was stupid. I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little upset because that wasn't actually a good trade. easier said than done. Trading is so much easier said than done. It's all good, bro. This trading view, we're looking at trading view right now. Man, I just the thing that makes me mad is like it's just hard to make a good decision in such a short amount of time, and so maybe I just can't take. Maybe I need to stop taking trades that are lower than the 3 minute time frame because I can't make a good informed decision off of the 30-second chart. It's too fast for me. Like I maybe that's the solution here because I don't know. Like I've seen good trades off the 30-second, but it's like, see, this is probably gonna work now. Actually, this is a lot better. This is a lot better. There's nothing I can do. I can't enter it. So this is probably gonna work. Uh, what'd I say? What did I say? I do. It's not easy. I mean, I have to go on a walk. It's part of my rules. 10-minute walk if after my trade. So yeah. Okay. Okay. 10-minute walk. I'll leave the light on.
What's that?
Alright, guys. Here's the thing. Like, you have to understand, like, it'd be different if it was a loss and, I had been able to thoroughly think through the trade and answer the two questions. Would I give this a post trade approval? And is the market ready to run liquidity? Now, the issue is you have to ask yourself those questions and make the decision. And like if you're taking a trade on the 30-second, you have to ask yourself those questions and make the decision in 30 seconds. And that's very, very stressful. Like, to be honest, it looked okay, but I don't think it was good enough, right? And I should have passed up on it. I'm just upset about it because, I should have passed up on it. I would have much rather wanted to take this 30-second inversion. And then if we had this 30-second inversion and I've been patient and I waited for this, then this would have hit 2-1 right away. And so, can you guys see the difference between these two trades? This is not that obvious versus this is way more obvious. And this is going to work 9 times out of 10. This is going to work, I don't even know, like half the time. So that's why I'm frustrated, is because I made a bad decision in a short amount of time. And it's like, I'm trying my best. It's hard. I wouldn't be upset if it was a good trade, is what I'm trying to say. So I want to express to you guys, like, it's just hard when you've been dealing with the same. Oh wow, that's a good. What is that? 1 minute inversion. It's a good 1 minute inversion. Curious if this will work. It'll probably work. But like, it's when you've been dealing with this for 2 years straight, where just like you just do something stupid, and then you regret it instantly. It's like, it takes a toll on you. It takes a toll on your mental health. It takes a toll on a lot of things. And not enough people talk about it. It's really hard because I am trying everything I can, but I shouldn't have taken that trade. I'm trying everything I can, but the reality is I shouldn't have taken that trade. I mean, this is not that obvious. I mean, it's a nice 30-second, but we closed way too high. Closed way too high. Even though we had two SMTs, we had A, M, D. It's just not obvious we're ready. And we closed way too high, so your risk to reward is just not there. But then when we come back down and we sweep the low and then we inverse, this is a lot more obvious that this is going to work. I mean, this just comes with screen time. If you don't see this now, you will see this eventually, because this 30-second inversion, when you see this is going to work 9 times out of 10. When you see this 30-second change of state delivery off the 5-minute BPR, we closed way too high. The RR doesn't make sense. This is going to work half the time. I'm stressed, bro. I would agree with you and say relax, but like, I don't know. It's just, I'm always stressed, man. And I think that's part of my problem. It's like, I know I'm a good trader. The issue is, in my life, I just feel like so much depends on me being profitable. And because of that, it has been hindering, like, my success. It sucks, but that's the reality of it. But yeah, I mean, I did call this entire model out, guys. Like, you guys saw that image I put in the Discord where, like, the 5-minute change state delivery, and I think we're going to expand up to take out this trend line. I think the walk, I'm not going to lie, yeah, we will lock in together, bro. We absolutely will. Definitely. You should DM me on Discord, and we'll definitely lock in together. But like, you know, it's just hard when you really are trying everything you can. Like, I'm at the point where I really am trying everything, and you still fail. But guess what? I'm gonna keep getting up, because I know the mistakes are on me. I know that this 30-second change state delivery is not as obvious as this 1-minute inversion, right? And so what it comes down to my patience. It comes down to, am I going to let the trade come to me, or am I going to try and take the trade? Yeah. Like, I feel like that's something that a lot of people, like I definitely understand how to trade, right? But such a big part of trading is, like, if you feel like you need to trade to make money, this is why it's so hard for people who, like, this is why it was so hard for me, because I was trying to trade to make money, right? And I wasn't working, I was unemployed. I mean, I was working part-time for my dad. Now I'm working full-time for my dad. And I think a lot of people don't understand is, like, if you want to see trading as your source of income, you're going to need other income, because you're going to be so dependent on trading for income that it's going to affect how you trade. And even if you're really smart, even if you know what you're doing, if you feel dependent to make money with trading, you're not going to make the right decisions on the chart as you would if you were completely independent. And so that's why I'm working full time now. And, you know, it's really exhausting because I have to work. I'm working full time. I'm trying to make a short form video every day. I'm trying to make a long form video every day. And I'm trading every day. And I'm trying to hit the gym. And it's a lot. Like, it's a lot. It's really hard. But, you know, I want it really bad. And guys, like, I'm willing to make sacrifices because, yeah, I'm 22. But, like, if it's not clearly obvious that it's all, you know, like, this is smart money leaving its signature, right? You don't just perfectly generate this accumulation range, come down into this imbalance with SMT. Sorry, guys, you can't really see my face. Come down into this imbalance with SMT, and then run through the highs. That doesn't just happen. But guys, you know what? From where I was, even literally 6 months ago, I've actually made a lot of progress, whether it feels like it or not. And oh, sorry, I was forgetting what I was saying. I literally forgot my train of thought. But yeah, I'm not gonna give up. I will never give up. I would take trading to the grave. I'm gonna keep doing this every day. I don't care how long it takes, because I know what I'm doing. I know what I'm doing. It's just, it's very, very hard when you don't have money, right? When you don't have money, you feel like I need to trade to make money, and it doesn't work like that. Like, I wish it did. I wish it did. I really wish you could just be like, totally go from nothing to trading. And that's what I honestly thought it was at the start. But you can't go from nothing to trading. Trading is something that you have to do on the side of your other income, because it's never going to be able to do everything you want it to do from the start. And I wish it did. But yeah, it's hard for me to relax because, you know, I just work all the time. I work all the time, and like, I work so hard for this, and I genuinely am a pretty good trader. Like, I understand how to trade. It's just I just make bad decisions sometimes. Like this 1 minute inversion, much better, much better. What's up, Javier? How are you? So this was the trade of the day. This was a 2-to-1. This 1 minute inversion. So I will talk about this in the market recap. Let me know how I can improve the market recaps, by the way. I think they're incredibly valuable, so like, even if no one watches them, I'm still going to make them, because I know that, like, even a year ago or 2 years ago, if I had someone like me making market recaps every day and covered all the trades I could take in detail, that would exponentially grow my progress as someone who is just starting. And so I'm going to keep making them even if no one watches them, because I really do think they're really valuable. And I know they're kind of boring, but I would rather just make them and just keep making them. So, you know, worst case scenario, like, I lose my accounts. Guys, I'm not giving up. You guys already know I'm not giving up. Because, I mean, I know what I'm doing. I know how to trade. It's just a matter of, can I have the patience not to take stupid trades? Can I have the patience to just say, I'm not going to take a trade? Easier said than done. This inversion, I did say this inversion was a thing, but I'm not going to lie. I don't really actually think it's that good. Because of liquidity, right? And also because we don't really sweep out a low. So we do inverse this, but what liquidity do you have to target? There's not any good liquidity. And then also, it's not an obvious sweep. So that's why this kind of like instantly went up to this high and failed, because look at how much, look at, like, conceptually understand, like, there's no one to stop out here. There's no one in this range to stop out. But you know where there is people to stop out? This is a giant liquidity pool right here. And so conceptually, when we inverse this, once we hit this high, it's like we instantly run down to this accumulation again, because that's where the liquidity was. So that's what I mean when I say I trade liquidity. Like, I trade the inverse for value gaps, the change in state of deliveries, they're just tools. But what I trade is like where the stop loss is, right? So the change in state of delivery, the inverse for value gaps, they're helpful to get in line with where the market wants to go to run liquidity. But at the end of the day, you're trading running liquidity. That's the whole idea of trading, is where are the stop losses. Yeah, I think we're going to slow grind up as well. Like I said, I do think this is a higher time frame buy model. We have SMT with previous day's low right here. So there's the SMT. I believe it's with this low. Yeah, SMT with previous day's low. And man, the indicator is alerting me a lot. I'm not gonna lie, I don't like Doji's indicator that much. Like, the more it alerts me and it's just like something dumb, like, it happens a lot, I just don't like it that much anymore. So this was SMT with previous day's low. Then once again we had this 1 hour for value gap. So I think we're going to expand higher because higher time frame is bullish. But yeah, we'll just have to see. It's also possible that, you know, we should check if there's bearish SMT. Be relevant, but to be honest, I think this is just one of those situations where, like, the higher time frame takes precedent. Like, even though you might think this is the accumulation, like, zoom out, right? This is a giant buy model, so I think we're gonna go run up the previous year's high. That's just my thoughts. Could be wrong, but you know, I'm just getting better. Okay, I just gotta relax a little bit. You know, it's frustrating. Like, I wish I could be the perfect trader. I wish I could just not make mistakes, but I'm gonna make mistakes. So, yeah. I took a good trade yesterday. That was cool. Okay, I should probably exit out of my Apex accounts because I'm not taking any more trades, obviously. We'll pull up the demo account, and then we'll just sit on the charts here until 11:10, and then yeah, we're done. At 11:10, we're done. Bro. Like, it's hard because, you know, to be a trader, you kind of have to be a robot. And we're not robots. That's the issue. There's probably AI bots that are, like, there's definitely AI bots that we're competing against. And you have to, like, literally compete at the AI bots level. And it's like, well, are we going to be able to, because we're human beings. I mean, we know how to trade, but the reality is we're still, no matter how disciplined we are, we still have the emotions that are natural that come with it being human beings. So we have to, even when we learn how to control it, they're still there. And that's the issue. That's the hard part. But you know what? We keep going. it's hard to relax, man. Everyone always tells me to relax, but it's like I really have a hard time relaxing. I'm always so stressed. To be honest, we have this fair value gap here. This could honestly make us dump. It's very possible. It's easy to say relax and all when it's. Yep. I know, dude. Like, that's the most real thing. Like, I mean, there's obviously a reason I'm not relaxed. I I wish I could relax. Maybe other people just, have life easier than me, but I'm not relaxed. That's just the reality of it. I mean, maybe, I guess, I know a lot of it is because I, choose to make it kind of hard because I try and be a trader, but I feel this like obligation, like I know so much about trading and I know it's not random that I have to be a trader. Like there's literally no other option in the world because I know that it's not random. It's just I've been in it too long. Like if I don't stress out right now, I won't make any progress. Yeah, me either, bro. And I think that is a big key in being profitable is being able to relax. But it's hard, especially when I'm trying to do everything I'm supposed to do every day and I'm trying to do everything and then like I feel like I'm constantly working. I want to give myself breaks, but I literally don't know where the time is to even give myself breaks. So but you know what? I think once I actually like can start making more money from my job, then I can actually start to relax a little bit. But and and I think this fair value gap might just dump us, to be honest. Well, actually, most of the liquidity is right here. So this we might not actually need to go lower. This is where everything is here. But we're definitely in more of a consolidation than anything. And this is the type of price action you have to be very careful in. So we're going to inverse this. I might try this on demo. I like it. The only thing is we're kind of coming out of a consolidation. So it's a little iffy, but I think we're ready to distribute higher. So I'm considering taking it on demo. It's not obvious, super obvious though. Maybe I should be a little bit more thoughtful. I don't know. I'm probably not going to take it. If it's not obvious, I'm honestly, it's bad practice for me to force it. So I'm not going to do it. I just think, yeah, it's better practice for me to practice the skill of not taking trades than to try out trades on demo that could work. The more important thing is practicing the skill of saying I'm not going to take this. And the more I can practice that skill, even when it's on demo, the better. Because this could work. But is this the high probability trade that I want to be taking on my real accounts every day? Probably not. I mean, it's just a giant, yeah, I don't know. It's just not something, it's not like the most light bulb in the world. So I'm just chilling. I'm not going to even take it on demo because I think it's valuable to just practice that skill of not doing anything. Yep, it's not. It isn't at all. It's just one of those trades where like it's one of those trades you kind of like look for that aren't actually a trade. True. Higher time frame. When you look at the higher time frame, it looks like that we're gonna expand. I agree. Yeah, I'm not gonna practice taking trades where I'm like, I just don't think I would take them for real, and if I'm not taking them for real, then I shouldn't be taking them on demo. So it's just not that obvious. Like, I really gotta work on that. I wish I didn't take that trade, man. Like, it's so hard because you have to make the decision in like such a short amount of time. But yeah. Yep, exactly. Exactly. That's why I think it's so important to when you're demo trading, you shouldn't trade on demo any trade you want. Like I used to whenever I was trading on demo, I used to be like, "Oh, it's demo, so I can just take everything." No. The whole point of demo is to practice selection. It's to practice not taking trades. The whole point of demo isn't to see, "Oh, I'm going to take every single trade to see what works." No, you already know it works. What you're practicing isn't taking every single trade. What you're practicing is being selective. What you're practicing is saying no to the ones that aren't so good. And that's the whole point of demo. I mean, it took me a long time to realize this, but I need to treat demo exactly like I treat my real accounts because otherwise it's not going to help me. The whole issue with becoming profitable is being selective, right? I already know what good trades look like. I already know how to trade. So the issue isn't in knowing what the good trades look like. So I don't need to be taking everything. I just need to be selective. Like an A plus setup would have been to sweep those LRLR lows, then look for longs. I'm trying to catch. Yeah, I just nothing. There's not really going to be anything A plus within this because this isn't good price action. It's just not. This was good though. This was the one thing that was good was this 1 minute inversion. But that was the exception. Once we passed that, it was chop and nothing else was good. So Yeah, this was the only thing that was really like a light bulb. Other than that, like, because we're also delivering from a BPR here, right? So delivering from a BPR, and yeah, this was light bulb, but yep, just in a range. The market's just consolidating right now, and this is where you just practice patience. Whoops. I need to start meditating again and practice because I feel like that helps with patience. Like I'm wondering what other skills I can do to practice patience because patience is one of my biggest weaknesses, and I'm trying to figure out like what else I should do. But we're definitely consolidating, so it's just like it's hard. Yo, we should add more markets in our list. Like we should trade other assets. Is that what you're saying? I'm just, yeah. I'm just trying to focus on one thing right now. I mean, once I get really good, then I'll be open to other assets. I don't know. I'm just gonna keep showing up and doing what I need to do every day. I just wish I had more patience. Okay, sounds good. I wish I had more patience to only take this, because this would have been undeniably, I would not regret this, right? Man, it's just frustrating because I could have taken this if I had a little more patience. I'm gonna go take a break and just walk away from the screen because we're just consolidating uh, and I have to use the bathroom. But I'll still be watching price action on my phone. Here's the other thing. The point where you become profitable is when there's two parts. One, when you take the trade, you know you're not going to regret it. But then the second thing is when you take the trade, when you take the trade that you know you're going to regret, then once you take it and you lose, or whether you lose or win, you just don't even get emotional at all. That's the point where you turn profitable. So I'm honestly just gonna chill, lay down, because right now price action is not so good, and with that in mind, like I can just chill, watch on my phone. I'm trading on demo anyways, so but yeah, like there's definitely nothing in this range where I would consider taking it. So until we obviously get a break in a direction, I'm just gonna be chilling. I do have to stay on the charts until we get to this red line here. It's just part of my rules that I have to stay on the charts this whole time. So, yeah. Just so you guys know, I'm still watching price, but it's just, you know, you can clearly see this is not tradable. So, like I'm still watching, I'm still on the charts, but this isn't tradable at all. And so, I'm not doing anything. I'm just chilling, and yeah. So I'm gonna keep chilling because nothing against my rules where I can't chill as long as I'm watching the charts from 9:15 to 11:10. I'm getting those forward testing hours in. That's all that matters. So I am still watching the charts. That's why I'm keeping the live going, but I'm not in front of my computer right now. I'm just super exhausted. So if you guys need anything, message me in the chat. But yeah. Oh my gosh. Bruh, it's, oh my gosh. It is 11:30. Oh, bro. It's okay. There was literally no opportunities. I'm not saying, like, I missed anything. But, yeah. That's crazy. Whatever. I'll just keep trying to do better. It's just hard when it's so boring, man. Okay, I'll talk to you later. Bye.